If you're just now joining us, we welcome you to another Fluency Friday. I'm Profesora Chris, the founder and CEO of Speak Spanish Easy, where I teach adults Spanish for their world, and I get them fluent in less than 90 days by building up their confidence. And I'm super excited to be with you guys today. I hope something today really clicks for you of how easy it is to finally learn Spanish the easy way, and that you finally make the choice to be able to go to that next level in your fluency journey. I have none other than my fluency fans over here, Andrea and Ashley. I love them so much. We're super excited to have you guys. ¿Cómo está todo? Can you go ahead, share a little bit about what your Spanish journey has been? We had a great time last night, right? In our class that we had, our VIP class. Si quieres hablar, Andrea? A little bit of
Yeah, last night was wonderful because we got like a little conversation, and I read because I haven't committed to memory yet, but me llamo Andrea. La verdad es que estoy mejorando mi español para poco a poco. El año pasado empecé a estudiar español más en serio. Quiero seguir practicando para hablar con más con confianza. That says that I'm learning. The truth is, I'm learning more Spanish little by little. Last year, I started being really serious. ¿En serio? Sí, en serio, en español. But I'm continuing to practice to speak with confidence. And little by little, it's coming along, And with the community, we go into community and we support one another, and it gives a little bit more courage. So I'm happy. I speak to my husband in Espanol todos los días, So he likes it. He's a Panamanian, and I'm learning more and more. And he said, "Oh, chica, mucho habla español es mucho mejor." I said, "Okay. Síguelo. I will go and continue." So, but I enjoy it. We love it. We have fun, while we're learning. And like I said, just to hablar, begin speaking, speak. We just begin to speak. So that helps me out a lot. So that's mi historia.
Oh, qué bueno, me gusta tu testimonio. Ya sé que cuando nos hablamos en español es un placer. It's just a pleasure being able to speak Spanish with you and hear you speak and building up your confidence in that area. So muchas gracias for
De
entrusting me
nada.
with your fluency journey. So Ashley, you want to tell us a little bit about where you're at with your Spanish so far?
Sure. So I've been part of the Speak Spanish Easy community since last year. Made a commitment to myself last year to start learning Spanish because I wanted to connect with native Spanish speakers. And I'm proud to say that I've been pretty consistent with my practicing in Espanol. I completed the Speak Spanish Easy Fast Track course, and I was just really proud of myself because I've learned so much in that course. I've learned how to count all the way up to, was it 500? And just learning the essentials of Spanish, just learning how to tell time and ordering food in Espanol. And since joining Speak Spanish Easy, I have actually gone to like the grocery store at a little small Spanish market, and I would speak in Spanish. And I was just like super proud of myself because had I not have joined Speak Spanish Easy, I would have never in my dreams ever spoke to a native speaker in Espanol. So this community has definitely boosted my confidence. Just having the support from the community to just speak, even if it's not perfect, just speak the language. And I'm now at a point where I just feel comfortable speaking in Spanish, even if it's incorrect. Like, for example, I said this afternoon that I was hungry. I asked myself, what did I want for lunch? So I said, quiero almorzar, which it's it's a little incorrect, but I was close. So I just spoke the language. That's how you learn, is just speaking it.
Oh my gosh, I love that for you. Let's give her a hand, you guys. Give Andrea a hand just to be able to see their journey, right? To hear their journey. And it might resonate with you as you are listening to this, or if you're watching this on YouTube or listening on the podcast. I just want to remind you that they're not any different than you. Ashley lives in Delaware. Right? Andrea lives in South Carolina. I live over here in California. We've got Sade, one of my linguist coaches, that's on here. I get the privilege of being able to have her here today. I'm so glad she popped in. We've got Sade with us, who is out there in Baltimore. And so we're miles and miles away, but what keeps us connected is this language and the ability to have our passions intertwine, right? To say we want to speak Spanish for our world. And so I'm super, super grateful for you sharing that, Ashley and Andrea. Sade, I'm not sure if you have a moment, but you've been my ride or die, okay, since day one on online teaching. Like, I have to give you your props, because I remember our conversations we would have and how it's like you saw the vision before I even saw the vision of what we were creating together, right? Being able to tell you what was in my heart, that the students really needed online community. And I didn't know how to go about it, because there's only one of me and a lot of students, right? And so the fact that you said, when you're ready, Profesora, I'm here to help, I'm here to serve, I'm here to be your hands and feet to make this vision really come alive. I'm so grateful for you. And so what can you share with those that are on YouTube right now, watching this video, or those that are listening on the podcast, or those that are on Facebook? What can you share with them about your journey and how you have learned Spanish and how you're now helping others to learn Spanish? That's such a powerful, impactful way to keep you speaking Spanish by teaching it to others. So Sade, do you want to share a little bit?
Claro que sí. Hola a todos. Hola, profesora. Me llamo Shade, soy de Baltimore, Maryland. Hola, Andrea. Hola, Ashley. Orgullosa de ustedes. Muchísimos. I just wanted to say that I am so excited to even be a part of this fluency movement. It's very important for us to connect to our Latino brothers and sisters, just to have solidarity. And I want to be able to speak to the Afro-Latinos and just to connect with communities and to combat a lot of things, a lot of systemic oppression and a lot of systemic relational issues between us. And I love the language. The language is so beautiful, and the cultures are diverse, and they are so welcoming. And all I have received from the Latinos I've spoke Spanish with was words of encouragement, food, comida, bebida, invitations to parties where just Spanish is spoken. It's so beautiful. So what I wanted to say is that when you want to do something, you do it. There are no excuses. There's no limits. The sky is the limit. And also just put your best foot forward and keep going. Some days are better than others. Some days you have more progress than others, but don't let that discourage you, because that's what the journey is. Learning Spanish is not a destination. You don't just learn Spanish and then that's it. So Spanish is growing and it's changing, and the different dialects and the different words and different things to describe these feelings are changing. And it's just like English. So we're not speaking English from 100 years ago. It's a new type of English. So Spanish is going to be ever evolving. So it is a journey that you have to just stay with it, just be consistent, and also make some friends along the way. So that way y'all can encourage each other to keep going. And that's exactly what the community, the Speak Spanish Easy movement is all about, creating a nurturing environment and a supportive community to make mistakes and to learn how you are as a Spanish speaker and develop your identity as a Spanish speaker. And that's the most important part. So I'm just internally grateful for Professor Chris just sharing her vision with me like 2-3 years ago, letting me know that this is where she wanted to take it. And I believe in her. Like every time I listen to her speak, it's like life. She's just giving me life. She's just speaking to the Spanish speaker inside. And she's just telling me, you can do it. You can do it. I always feel encouraged with talking to her. And that's who you have to connect to, those people that make you want to be better that are going to push you. And there's no excuse because I know you can do it. I've seen it. So, muchas gracias a ti, profesora. Muy orgullosa.
Con gusto, con gusto. Fue un placer de hablar contigo sobre mi visión, right? To just talk to you about my vision and for you to even run with it. You know, the Bible says, you know, write the vision, make it plain so that others can take it and run with it, right? And so I'm just thankful that you caught it, you caught the vision, you said, yes, let's go, vamos. And it means the world to me. Can you share a little bit about what is the day in the life of Sade using her Spanish for work? Because you got to say the word because we said it last night, remember? Your therapist word in Spanish that we worked on. Terapeuta, yes, therapist in Spanish. That was something we had to overcome together. So tell me one just like little testimony of like you using your Spanish for your world, right? Like you using Spanish for your clients and talking to the parents. So can you share just a little bit about that? In like 30 seconds, go.
Of course. So I had a Spanish speaking client where I was, he was autistic, he had autism. And so speaking to his parents about what we were doing in the therapy session and speaking to his parents about his successes, where he needed help with, also talking to his family about the plan, speaking to the schools about, you know, just bridging that gap because we have a lot of first generation Latinos living in the United States. So their parents are speaking Spanish and nothing but Spanish in the home. So it is hard to kind of bridge that gap where everything outside of the home is English. So that was a part of what I used to do. Now I have a kiddo, he's not Spanish speaking, his family is not Spanish speaking, but he's learning, he's picking up Spanish because he's in an international school, and where he lives, he has a lot of Spanish speakers around, so he will pick up Spanish. So now it's not really speaking Spanish with my client, now it's speaking Spanish to people in the community when I'm at the playground with him and just providing help or assistance, or sometimes just providing like emotional support. So it just looks like telling a parent if her child scraped her knee, hey, everything's going to be okay. I have some Band-Aids in the car. Let me just go and clean it up for you, for her. And just talking to the little girl and be like, hey, it's going to be okay. I know it hurts. You know, it's going to feel better soon. And just giving that extra feeling, that extra, you know, everything's going to be okay. And then also just being Black American, speaking Spanish, learning that culture, I feel very privileged to even be a part of the culture and people just giving me, you know, different tricks along the way of what to say, how to say it, how to make it sound more natural. So I love that. I love my Latino brothers and sisters. Y'all are amazing. So
well, I'm pretty sure that they love you when you're speaking Spanish. So muchas gracias, Sade. Thank you for sharing what it's like to have like a real life experience with using Spanish to build relationships around you, whether it's at work or in the community. So muchas gracias. You guys, you heard it yourself. You heard from these amazing women that have said yes to Spanish fluency, that have said yes to themselves. I also have on my live right now someone who's very special to me. I just looked on my Fluency Friday on Facebook, and I have none other than my sister. Now, can I tell you? Let me tell you, Ingrid is my amazing supportive sister. That she was the one. If it wasn't for her, you guys, like I would not be online. Okay, like literally, I just have to tell you, she was the one that pushed me. Because I was with Fortune 500 companies, I was working with universities, colleges, more, you know, locally, right? And she said, you know, people want to learn Spanish online, right? Like Sade says, gracias, Ingrid. She said, you gave us Profesora Chris. And when I tell you, she was at the point to where she's like, you don't understand how powerful of what you really have is going to be for many people. And here we are, clear across all around the nation, right? Teaching Spanish. And we've built a huge community thanks to my sister pushing me to say, just put it out there. And I remember putting my first Facebook group together, and just within 1 hour, 300 people were like, yes, I want to learn Spanish. I'm joining, right? And so I cannot be remiss for the moments of the people that have been in my life to encourage me to step out of my comfort zone, to know, you know, that I can write a book, that I can start a podcast, to be able to reach the people that are wanting to learn. So shout out to my sister Ingrid. She is amazing. She has been almost the backbone of what it is, of the vision of what Speak Spanish has been. And you know how you think about a spine, right? Like she's one of those parts that holds it together, right? So shout out to my amazing hermana Ingrid. And she actually has a testimony. I'm gonna share it for her because she's on Facebook. You can't see her because I'm on my Zoom right now. But her testimony that she did was she FaceTimed me. She literally has been through the course. Okay, she learned all the Espanol and she went to a Mexican restaurant and ordered her food in Spanish. And she did an amazing job. And it's moments like that it's like she's trying. She's doing the best that she can with what she has. And so I'm super grateful for her entrusting me with her Spanish language journey as well. And yeah, so I just want to make sure that you guys can hear it, not just from me over here. Estoy hablando en español fácilmente, right? It's not just me being fluent over here, but it's Sade, it's Andrea, it's Ashley, it's Ingrid, and so many others that we have created a safe community with no judgment, where people feel peaceful to finally learn Spanish without grammar rules, verb conjugations, and all the things. So I'm excited about what is to come. Now today what I want to do, I'm kind of nasal as you could hear, okay, I'm just getting over a cold, but I am determined, like Sade says, I am committed. I am not stopping anything, okay? I want you guys to be able to experience a little bit of what it's like to be in my world with my amazing students. And so of course I have my PowerPoint. It's very short, sweet, to the point, simple, but it's practical for you.
Hola Ingrid, hola, ¿cómo estás?
I love it. Okay, I am here now. Okay, you guys are speaking on two different social right now, but I love it. So mira, Fluency Friday, we're going to talk a little bit about shopping and markets, and sometimes it can be a little difficult, right? And knowing how to start a conversation. And so I want to give you guys just 3 phrases that are going to change the way that you see your perspective of not having to think about Spanish, but just finally speak it. So one of the things that I want to make sure you understand is that when you have a mindset shift, that means I have to talk to your brain first. I got to tell Andrea it's safe to speak Spanish, right? It's okay to know that Spanish is your friend. Every transaction that you make in Spanish actually builds fluency, right? Every single phrase that you say will build your fluency over time. And so when you think about every phrase you say, every word you say, every moment that you take to finally speak Spanish is what builds the fluency journey for you. And so these are the top 3 that I want to leave you with today that I think are really going to help you understand how simple it really can be when you're in a real life situation and you're shopping for something, whether it's in a different country, whether it's in your neighborhood Spanish market, right? These are really good phrases that you can have. So the first one we're going to go over is ¿cuánto cuesta? Say it with me. ¿Cuánto cuesta? ¿Cuánto cuesta? I want you to put it in the comment section right now if you are on socials. If you're listening, you're driving, just go ahead and just say it with me. ¿Cuánto cuesta? Which means, how much is it? How many times has there not been a price tag on something that you want, right? And then you can say, ¿cuánto cuesta? And then they will tell you in dollars or pesos, whatever it is, what that item or thing costs. So ¿cuánto cuesta? Almost invites the person that's on the other side that may look at you and assume that you don't speak Spanish, right? But when you come to them and you say ¿cuánto cuesta? They're like, oh, wait, habla español, qué bueno, right? We can speak Spanish now that I know that they speak Spanish. And so ¿cuánto cuesta is how much is it? The second phrase we're going to go over today is ¿tiene otra talla? ¿Tiene otra talla? This is huge. I work with one of my students out of Washington right now, and she owns boutiques in Washington, and majority of her customers that come in, they are Spanish speaking. And so one of the things she was mentioning was, I want to know how to say, size in Spanish. And so right here we say, ¿tiene otra talla? Do you have another size, right? Do you have another size? Say they gave you a large and you need a medium, right? That's a good problem to have, right? And so talla means size. And then the last phrase, number 3, is say you're walking into the store, you're looking at clothing items, let's just say, and a salesperson comes up to you and you could tell them in Spanish, solo estoy mirando. I'm just looking. Okay, how many times have you gone to a store and you really don't want to buy anything because you're trying to be on a budget, but you just want to say solo estoy mirando and give a smile? Okay, so who wants to practice cuánto cuesta? Okay, go ahead.
¿Cuánto cuesta?
Muy bien, very good. Did you hear the confidence in Andrea? That was so good. ¿Cuánto cuesta? Okay, I'm gonna say it, see if you can guess, okay? Sade, Ashley, Andrea. $27. If they were to tell you that, what would I say? What would that be?
$27.
$7. That's right. Very good. Okay. All right. I'm gonna give you a trick one. Okay. It's gonna be higher. 3 digits. Dos. What is that?
$32.
Can you hear this? Like they are now listening to the language, right? Which is part of our Lucas system. They're able to listen. They're able to understand what's being said. They're communicating back with me, and they're assessing, like, am I saying it right? Right? Before it comes out. And they're speaking with confidence. So I love this for you. Yes, Ashley. Yes, Andrea. Muy bien. All right. So, tiene otra talla. Who wants to say that one? Tiene otra talla.
I can say it.
Go ahead, Ashley.
Tiene otra talla.
Muy bien. Very good. And they're going to respond by saying sí, no. Okay? Or they may say, ¿qué talla necesita? Right? What size do you need? So say that you're holding up a large and you're like mediano, right? And so these are some of the phrases that I am able to share with my students to get them finally shopping in Spanish. And then the last one, come on, Asha. You're just looking, okay? You're just window shopping. You're not trying to find it. Go ahead.
Solo estoy mirando.
Hey, there it is. Solo estoy mirando. I'm just looking, okay? Don't bother me, please, okay? I'm good. But these are great phrases, and I want to just share with you how simple it could really be to learn Spanish. I hope this helped you. Put it in the comment section right now if you're on social media to see if this is something that you can resonate with. Like, this community is here to be open arms to you, as well as these phrases. They want you to take them and run with them, okay? So this is like currency in my world. When I give you a phrase, it's like giving you $1,000. So I want you to take this $1,000 and hold it and put it in your phrase bank and get rich, okay? So go ahead and take these 3, start practicing them. How many times do I tell my fluency students to practice each one?
20 veces.
20 veces. Yes, that's when it starts to go into your long-term memory. You know, we talk about neuroscience and how important it is with repetition, with language learning. All right. Well, some of you guys that are watching, that are listening right now are like, wow, this was amazing. Well, how do I get fluent in Spanish? Well, the next step is this. Always tap into Speak Spanish Easy's resources. The very first step is getting connected to our Fluency Fast Track course. For $197, you get lifetime access to the community on school. You get access to 7 modules that I've put together that are specific for things like what we talked about: shopping, telling time, numbers, how to order food from a restaurant, how to save a life, all the things. Plus, you get access to me, Professora Chris Chat AI, 24/7. You can practice Spanish with that tool, and it gives you the ability to be able to have a one-on-one with me and my team that you can be able to go over your fluency goals. And I want you to listen to the latest episode on the Speak Spanish Easy podcast on Apple or Spotify, because that's where the rubber meets the road, where you start to get mindset shifts, right? You start to get phrases that you can finally use on a weekly basis on the go, whether you're driving, you're folding laundry, or you're walking your dog. This is your time to spend with Speak Spanish Easy podcast. All right. Okay. So this is the end of our time together. I hope you guys enjoyed our Fluency Friday for today. It wasn't just, a bunch of verb conjugations, right? It was empowerment. It was sharing with you that you can do this. You heard Andrea, you heard Sade, you heard Ashley, you heard a little bit about my sister's testimony through ordering food from a restaurant, right? And it's now your time. This is your time to finally speak Spanish easy. And I want you to come along in this journey and be a part of the largest fluency movement worldwide that we are creating. So I can't wait to see you in another Fluency Friday, as well as tapping into those resources and giving us a brief testimony of how Speak Spanish Easy has changed the way that you finally speak Spanish. All right, muchas gracias. A big thank you to Andrea, Ashley, Sade, my sister, for being with me today, and I look forward to seeing you in our next live. Adios for now. Take care. God bless. Que Dios le bendiga. Adios.